How's it going, YouTube? It's the end of the month. That means meta analysis. You clicked on the video, you know what's going to happen. We're going to do an overview of the meta on TEPPENTopsDecks.com. Then we're going to take some of the top decks, show some deck lists, show some QR codes, and a match with each of them, just so you guys can see how they're playing and what kind of to expect when you're going up against them. So, TEPPEN Top Decks, it's a little website to help us gather data for the TEPPEN meta and kind of figure out what's going on. If you'd like to help out, all the data is gathered by the good community themselves. So all you have to do is take a screenshot, just like this one, and upload it to the Dropbox request form. And that's it. You can just gather a bunch of them as you're playing a little TEPPEN session, upload it at the end, delete the files off your phone. Easy peasy. It's about 160 data points for the last 2 weeks, which is pretty sweet. We're ignoring the first week because the first week of a set drop is always crazy. It's always crazy. So let's just see how things have kind of unveiled over this month with the new set. Has it shaken things up? First thing first, the color pie is looking pretty even except for purple. Purple slacking a little bit. They're kind of lagging behind, if you know what I'm saying. But don't let that fool you. They do have a top tier deck, and we'll see if that purple percentage grows as people catch on to it a little bit more. Again, the hero art breakdown for the last 2 weeks. Top, the queen of TEPPEN. We've said it many times, Despair, Wail, and Perish, but not as dominating as it used to be. Only 2% more than the next runner-up, which is going to be Shield Spire. And then third place is going to be Raging Demon, followed by Fight Against Inner Demons. And then the rest are kind of like playing tug of war for those last spots. But there's definitely a top 4 decks in my mind. So those are what we're going to go over today with the QR codes and the decks and the games and all that good stuff. And then I think my favorite part of this is the meta progression, how things have changed week by week. And as you can see right here, this jump into the new set, Despair, Wail, and Perish, boom, has just tanked. I mean, not really tanked, but she's still top dog, but she's definitely dropped down. Definitely not as dominant as she once was. And there's a lot of interesting things. Things are being bounced around. I think people are having ideas, and then they're kind of like, maybe not. Like Yawn, you can see, was definitely a top contender, right at the beginning of the set drop. But then now people are like, there's some other decks that we can play that are also just as good as Yawn. So we're looking at stocks. What deck stocks are you trying to buy? We're trying to buy Kikosho. You can see the upward trend, especially in this last week. We're trying to buy Raging Demon. Has been in the upward trend ever since the end of April. Slowly making a rise, making a run for the top spot, especially now that Alfred's gone and Despair, Wail, and Perish can't just abuse that as much. Also, like I mentioned, purple, Fight Against Inner Demons. Ever since the set release, so that people are starting to figure it out, starting to pop up on the TEPPEN channel. Keep an eye out for it. That's why I'm saying I'm expecting that the purple percentage to grow a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So, with all that said, I always find this part of it really fun and really interesting. You can see Shield Spire maybe dipping a little bit as other people figure out ways to counter it or just trying out other decks and stuff. But it's been pretty stable. It's kind of like goes up, goes down, goes up, goes down. Shield Spire, pretty stable deck, stable archetype. One last kind of tidbit that I thought was interesting was that red actually has a pretty decent chunk of the meta, 24%. But it really wasn't making a lot of appearances in the top 4 decks. That speaks to me that there's a lot of viable red decks out there, and people haven't really figured out what the best one is, if it's strong enough in the current meta, and people are starting to figure out counters, especially towards things like Denjin Renki, which is definitely one of the top red decks. Alright, so let's get into these decks and matches. The top 4 decks: Despair, Wail, and Perish, Shield Spire, Raging Demon, Fight Against Inner Demons. Despair, Wail, and Perish. It could be none other. This deck was shared by Joker on the Discord. He's an admin there. He's been trying to buff up the deck sharing scene, so appreciate that. This deck version I really liked because it's utilizing the new evidence mechanic, and you've got these guys regenerators, which take less damage after their first one, which gives you a little bit of a better matchup against things like Denjin Renki. and just getting to use the most powerful removal, I think, that they have right now, which is Rules Are Rules, which you do need some evidence for. So definitely really like this version. I do think there are a lot of variations on this deck that you can do, such as adding poison for more evidence generation, and things like the Send Akuma for some more destruction and more annoyance there. Here is the QR code for all of you that want to try out this version of Despair, Well, and Perish. I know other people are also playing the Spirit version, kind of going back to that. I see that floating around. Also a very strong deck as well, but I think that deck kind of builds itself a little bit more than this kind of deck, so we're sharing this one. Let's get into a match. What do you know? It's a mirror match. I mean, I think that's a little bit expected. This hand seems pretty good. We've got Gates, we've got Roxy. We should be able to start building some evidence for our destruction spells. Sometimes you don't see Roxy for a while, you can't get the evidence, and you got Rules of Rules in your hand. You're just like, please, I just want to use you for maximum potential. So I think I am gonna just copy this strat here. We'll just play the mirror game. And then they're gonna try to bonk at the end, so we're gonna bonk at the end too. Unfortunately, I'm actually okay taking this damage. Could be a little scary, but you know, it is what it is. Ooh, this is a toughie. I think what I'm gonna do here is we're gonna lose the MP, but I want to get rid of that Akuma because, you know, when they got the Akuma, it just keeps getting HP, and it's just annoying, man. Let's go ahead and buff up this guy up to a 5. I wanted to do that because normally they would just like have a 5 there, and then it would be a-okay. But he played the Dynamo, which I think is a great choice in this deck. But let's go ahead and get another buff. Just making sure we take it out, we get some extra value here. Should be pretty good, because the Veil is so strong. He can't target it with his destruction, and that'll take out another unit that he chooses to play as well, which is pretty good. So I think I'm feeling pretty good about this one right here. Let's go ahead and okay. So he's gonna give us MP to just continue the Psycho Power train. And I think what I'm actually gonna do here is run the hero art, just because I know he's got that 5/6. He might have another one, so let's just boom buff up again, and we'll play aggressive here. Ooh, he's going in too. Not sure why he played. He needed that 3 MP exactly. So hopefully our Roxy in the middle will take out his Akuma, and then we'll just go ahead and ascend on it. Just staying aggressive, you know what I'm saying? We definitely have the advantage here, so we can stay very, very aggressive. And he's got to block the top, he's got to block the middle, he's got to block everything. He can only destroy so much. He got lucky with the hit there, but he's only got 2 MP left, so we can go ahead and drop the Psycho Power, making our Fox lethal. And there is the surrender. Just like that. We didn't really get to use Rules Are Rules here, but you don't always get to use every card in your deck. It is what it is. Still a powerhouse. Let's talk some Shield Spire. Now, I've been mostly running into the mono green versions. I saw this wonderful list shared by Will on the TEPPEN Discord. Tried it out a little bit. It is fantastic. So this is the one I wanted to share with you all. There are kind of new variations of the red-green aggro deck starting to pop up, but I'm not sure that any of them are using Shield Spire. So this is the kind of deck that you would be expecting from a Shield Spire, making your units that are really beefy stay on the field longer and just get more value out of them. So try this deck out. Will is an absolute beast at the game. You saw him, he came on the channel for the rank 1 humans, and he has done it again with this Shield Spire deck. Antibody activation, an uncommon opponent here. They should actually have some good stuff against us, solely because they have the ability to buff up their attack, get to that 4 attack threshold, make it a little awkward. So I'm keeping this hand here because I do quite like it, and I'm just gonna drop this Felyne immediately, get the MP generation going, and then probably follow it up with one of our legendaries, Ieyasu. I think that'll be a good little thing to do there. Now we can go ahead, I think we'll just let our guy die, unfortunately. And we can bait out the destruction, I think, is what I'm going to do. Bait out the 4-cost thing. We've got a shield. We're, boom, A-okay there. Got another shield just in case he has something else, but only 2. That's fine. Now we could have played the shield there, ignored any damage whatsoever on our Ieyasu, then gotten the shield spire to just buff it up even more, but I think that's a little greedy. I'm trying to get some MP generation going out here, and maybe I should have done that shield. You know what I'm saying? Oh my gosh! So let's go ahead. There you go. Seeing that mole's going to go up to 4 attacks, so I don't want to deal with that. Luckily, he played it first, so we can just go ahead, shield spire there, bink bonk boom. And that should be able to be protected for a while. You know, let's go ahead and give it a shield too, because maybe he has another Claire. I don't want to run into that. So we got some nice backup here too. And that should be good. Should be good. And then I'm thinking about getting this Nero on the field eventually. But I don't know where I'm going to put it quite yet. It's going to be a 3-7, I think. Okay, so he's going there. He's taking our guy out. We're working our way up to a nice little cami. So we got our nice when something smells butts going on there. And let's shoot. See, I really want it's annoying. Because I want to do some things, I want to do other things. Okay. Let's go ahead, give our Nero a little bit of extra love. Then we'll go ahead and drop our Mia. Ooh, actually, we can wait for Butts to die, and then take advantage of Dan's extra damage to gives ourselves a Mega Nero. Which I think that's a pretty sick play there. Hey, what are you, man? Oh, nice. Oh, I'm so. Oh, what am I doing? I can't deal with this man. He's in my head. I just can't think. So we got a nice little feline boy there. Oh shoot, we're gonna die. Oh no, he got us on the ropes. That deck was sick. He got us. I goofed on the Dan. Swoop. Oh man. And then he just kept the pressure up until we win. Sometimes that's how it goes. But this deck I still think is pretty solid. One game can't show you the full spread, you know what I'm saying? So definitely try it out still. Hope you enjoy. Our third deck today is going to be Raging Demon, looking suspiciously like the Despair Well and Perish deck. I think these two black decks have been kind of the same, two sides of the same coin, and they just tech a little bit extra for their specific advantages. Of course, Raging Demon being better at taking down big threats with the hero art. And so you need a little bit more of the Ascend cards. So we've got Akumas, we've got Ajules, just to give ourselves a little bit more targets there. So we can use our Raging Demon effect whenever we need it. Here is the QR code. Try it out. Enjoy it. Win some games, lose some games. Sometimes it may be one of the top decks, but sometimes you lose them. Let's get into some matches. Okay, Lightning Kicks. So it should be interesting. I'm expecting from their side that we will have to deal with probably one big threat, but the Hyakuretsu Kyaku it's such a cheap hero art that you can really make multiple threats with it. So we'll see how this matchup turns out, but I'm feeling pretty good going into it just because we can kind of, take out our opponent. Let's go ahead and do that. We might just drop a solo dolo. No, we'll do that. Kaboosh. Here we go. Just take the advantage early, I think is the is the key here. We can drop. We'll take one attack on the Tube Fox there, then ascend it. And we're getting a seal down bottom, interesting, even because it's already revenged. But we can go, excuse me, we can use that to just try to take out this Miafei. If he doesn't have any HP buffers, we're gonna be cruising. Okay, so he does this double reset and seal on the jewel. A poor little 2-4 sad boy. But we do have a Tube Foxes, which we'll just slap down as soon as we can. Shkadunk. And in a pretty commanding lead, if I remember correctly, he had about 4 MP when we were going at it. So he's probably saving up for a big boy play here. So we will also save up here. I mean, there you go, there you go. And we can just drop a Roxy and just take him out right there. The power of Raging Demon right here, like I said, just taking out those big units. Now he's going to be on a super back foot. So we could actually play the Akuma here just because we want to add a little bit more pressure to the opponent, but I think I'm okay saving it. We're at 7. You know, definitely really risky to go for a curse extraction here, but just to blow up our own units and then, you know, go crazy. But see, now we've kind of hit that threshold where we're just putting on pressure. That's why I'm dropping the Orochi, the big boy, right in the middle, full MP, not waiting for an ideal block or anything, because we are so far ahead. We just want to keep the pressure on and basically just win here. There you go. There you go. He can't block them all. He can't block them all with only 1 HP left. The chances that they all go on to the Chun-Li is insane. It's insane. So he's going to have to seal if he wants to do anything. I'm just going to let that go through. There's basically no hope for him. Basically no hope. There you go. There you go. What do you want me to say? The deck does what it does. Alright, our last deck for today is going to be Slow Purple Fight Against Inner Demons. This deck is brought to you by PA Chris D on Twitter, Christopher_D on Twitch, ? Find him streaming some Teppen, talking about Teppen. Fantastic player. He played this during the qualifiers and did very well. I think that this list still holds up, even though it is a little bit more tuned for the Ashura Senku nonsense, which we don't really get to see as much these days, especially on ladder, but it's still a solid deck. Here is the QR code. This deck is popping up a lot more, especially after its recent appearances on the Teppen channel, like I mentioned earlier. So let's get some games so you can see how this beast of a deck functions. All right, the mirror matches today. The mirror matches today. So this deck, in my opinion, is a little bit more of a... I personally consider it, this hand is not great, but I basically consider this deck more of like a high roll. It's like a very combo deck, and sometimes you can't draw the pieces, so that's going to be the thing. Oh, this is really interesting. We're going to go ahead and play it a little slow. I mean, we don't really have a choice here. We don't really have a choice here. We got some bounces, so let's just go ahead and bounce this bad boy. We have a slow unit. That's a start. That's a start. He also seems like he's got a little bit going on. So let's just get rid of it. Let's just get everything out of here. Don't want to deal with it. And then we can go ahead, plop down this bad boy. A little slow, a little slow. So we'll get that going. See what we can do. Get slow on it? When did it get slow? Oh, that's so smart. Okay, well, we just need to get some cycling going, man. What a brainiac, this Kyle Hadoken guy. What a brainiac. It might be Kyle P. Yes, destroy. Okay, just get it out of my face. I don't want to deal with it. We are lagging 2 MP behind. It's not a great place to be in as a mirror. And I think we're just going to have to eat some damage here. and figure out what the heck we're gonna do. Oh boy. Okay. Yeah, we gotta eat this damage. We gotta save up. Let's try to get the Dante on the field. Hopefully he doesn't have a brainwash. And then we'll just go from there. We will just go from there. I think. Oh man. Oh man. I don't like it. He's gonna slow that one. Agility. Okay, okay. Just trying to process. Take it. Yoink it. Yoink it and boy. Yoink it and that's a weird. Why did I think to say that? That'll give him some flight, but it's kind of okay because one of them already has flight. Oh, that one's gonna be a speedy boy now. Oh boy. If he has another flyer in hand, we're gonna be in. We're already in trouble. We're in big doo-doo trouble. I got nothing. Let's play something, please. Please. I don't know. I got nothing. No. Hold something. There we go. A halt. Yoink it, destroy the bottom. That's the best I got right now. Yoink it, destroy the bottom lane. So we live in. No. There you go. We did what we could. But just didn't. The hand was pretty bad, you know what I'm saying? But I just want to show you this game anyway because sometimes this happens. Sometimes you draw bad hands. I think that's something you gotta expect a little bit with this kind of high roll-y type deck, in my personal opinion. So there you go. Top 4 decks that are currently running around the ranked ladder on TEPPEN right now. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope it was helpful to you. Definitely try out some of the decks. Let me know what decks you guys are playing in the new season, in the new meta, what you might play next season. I would love to hear down in the comments. And until the next video, until the next month, the next meta analysis, I hope y'all enjoy some TEPPEN, have some fun, learning some stuff here with me on the Durian channel. And I'll see you around. Peace.